Welcome to the Frequency Bone Summer Music Connection 3, the first of many videos and writings throughout the summer of 2011. I hope you got to see the introduction video that was made and put up, because the sentiment in that was, we're all unique. And to keep that uniqueness intact, we have to know ourselves. And knowing ourselves will be an incredible compass to where we need to go next. So, we have a job, let's say, that we want to have. Great. And so we work and progress in trying to get that job, whatever it may be. That job has certain specifications. And at the same time, we have a part of us that wants, possibly, maybe not everybody, I don't know, but a lot of people, I think, want to feel that they have a very deep personal connection with music that maybe is separate than the job. I've seen videos of many terrific trombone players in symphony orchestras that, they have this other life where they'll go out and they'll play in a funk band. They'll play Dixieland. They'll play jazz of other kinds. They'll play, music from South America. Maybe they'll even pick up a different instrument. I've been known to pick up a didgeridoo every now and then. And other percussion instruments. So, not all the time, maybe can our trombone playing fulfill every kind of need in the classic sense or in the job sense. And how are we going to foster those other urges? This is something that I just will be approaching throughout the summer, as well as getting to how to make an overall expansion in our playing. For those of you who have kept up with my posts or videos, or have had me as a teacher or a friend, or maybe have just heard about me, I feel that the art of what we do is very important. Now, art can sound very highfalutin. Let's make it simple. So, during this time of balances in this Frequency Bone Summer Music Connection 3 that I'm going to be talking about, some of the balances, well, how can we balance working on our personal art, balance and working on our professional skills, or aspirations, and working on knowing ourselves even better to be able to foster those things that we want. So the first thing I'd like to talk about is approach. You ever see a kid playing a sandbox? Or on a beach? Or with some clay? Or crayons? Or playing catch with someone? Or playing with little toy figurines or dolls? Or writing stories? Or making up words? That says something very important. This says something that there's inside of the person that wants to come out. And so some people pick up a big tube. They say, what can I do with it? And so let's take something like sound. How are we going to play with our sound? Well, if someone gave you a big piece of Play-Doh, Maybe you'd play with it in certain kinds of ways. The key word is play. And I mean serious play. Because when kids are really into what they're doing, they're playing. But they're so in it, they're so focused and concentrated in it, that that's an aspect of being serious, isn't it? When you're focused and you want something and want to play with it and you're so involved with it, there's a seriousness in it. So, playful seriousness, meaning we're doing this for a purpose, but we're going to take our time in the discovery process. So let's say you have your favorite note. I have a few favorite notes, but I must tell you that F can be a favorite note of mine sometimes. So I'll play with it. Now, I'm not saying this particular tape is for beginners necessarily, but let's say those of us who have played a while and we're looking into things. How to change our sound. Well, as you know, I love the mystery of syllables. And I might pick up my horn and go, and I was thinking, ooh, doo, doo, like you blow into a soda bottle. Ooh, 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 ooh. The essence of that is ooh, ooh. It has a certain resonance. But in the cocktail of my sound, I might want other things too. Or there's something in the sound that needs something else. Like, let's say, a certain focus to the sound. Sometimes, after we've been playing a while, it's important to discard certain prejudices that we might have built up about certain syllables. Like, the only way to make a good sound, that was a good masterclass discussion I did at a school this year. What is a good sound? And someone finally said, after people were getting very offended, that I said, well, isn't this a good sound? Someone finally said, well, a good sound is what's called for at the time, what the music wants. I said, that has to be part of the answer. And so, in looking at sound, ask yourself, what is the makeup? What are the ingredients of that sound? And have fun with it, like the kid in the playground, the kid in the sandbox, the kid with the crayons. Now, I was saying A-E-I-O-U, but I was doing it in the key of mirk. I was doing it in that key, but I was still saying A-E-I-O-U. Now, let's say I take away the mirky quality, and I'm thinking A-E-I-O-U in the key of O. There's discovery in there. Some people try to play certain things with one syllable, and it does not work all the time. And they're afraid to cut back on the giant resonance of their sound in certain cases. And so they wonder why there's response problems. They wonder why there's separation in the embouchure. Play with a murky sound. Not all the time, but find its properties. And if you find properties of things, this will lead you to the balances of things. And you will find the mystery of dynamic contrast, the mystery of focus, the mystery of resonance from the parameter of the sound, and so much more about slurs and articulations, endurance, and embouchure support. So, in these videos, it's not for me to give you answers. It's for us to quest on. Now, why don't you this week play with those ingredients and see what you come up with? Send a comment on the blog if something interesting comes up. See you next video.